TSUTigers.com. Here with assistant coach Chelsea Hudson. Coach, can you give us a opening statement about the game tonight against Vanderbilt?
Tonight I would definitely say we came out blazing. Both teams came out, really went back and forth in those opening minutes. However, we went cold and Vandy got hot. I don't think they missed very many shots going into the fourth. A couple of empty possessions in the second quarter. I think we only scored 7 points, maybe 11 in the second quarter, and we weren't just really able to bounce back after that second quarter. It just kind of led us into deeper trouble as we went on throughout the game.
All right. What do you think was the biggest determinant factor into the cold spell in the second quarter?
I think adjusting. I think our kids, we tried, but we didn't adjust. We didn't adjust to the things they were doing defensively. And also our shot selection. Our shot selection led to open run and transition runouts by Vanderbilt, and that's naturally what they do. Score in transition, score within the first 10 to 15 seconds, and I think they did a really good job of that in the second half off of our, missed possessions or dribbling off our leg or missed shots, and just poor execution in the half court on our part led to runouts on theirs.
What can you say about the play of, the game was a loss, but what can you say about the play of De'Asia Richardson?
De'Asia Richardson, freshman who's really coming into her own. She's really learning that shooting a three is just not what she is. On the scout report, it will say a shooter. So now we have to scout or get better, opposite of the scout. So if you're a shooter, I can put the ball on the floor. I can make passes. If I'm double teamed or I'm face guarded, I can get my teammates open. And I think she's really grown into her own as a player and a good addition to us alongside Jaden when we get her back, Brianna McCullough, and also Taylor Roberts, as we had all three of them out with injury at some point throughout the game.
All right. Any update on Taylor or anything?
A little ankle sprain. We have a solid week to kind of get her back. We'll definitely have her living in the training room, icing and rehabbing, but hopefully I'm foreseeing her being back for South Alabama as well as Jaden Wrightsell.
All right. And, as far as the last few games, there's always a lesson within anything going on. What do you think the lesson has kind of been through these last couple games?
Lack of execution on either end can dig a hole, and unless we have the heart or continue to grow and learn how to get out of a dig, we like to kind of punch first, and then we have to learn how to take punches. Basketball is a game of runs, and I think we do a good job of giving a run, but we have to learn how to sustain runs. I think we put together a couple of quarters per game. Once we learn how to put together 4 complete quarters, success is on our way, and we're going to continue to work for that.
Now, you've got a young team, but and one of the biggest things is I know that you had talked about making the adjustments and so on, but even in the second half and even in the fourth quarter when it was even getting further and further away, your team seemed to still attack and still seem to not be afraid and go out and play hard. What's that say about the young squad and the mentality, especially at this point of the season?
Gotcha. I think it shows that we do have to grow in maturity and IQ of the game. I think even some of those JUCO transfers we have as we continue to gel and get lineups together. But I think our kids do play hard. It's now sometimes you play smarter, not harder. And I think that's something we're going to continue to work on and continue to learn as they continue to get more minutes with injuries that we are having. Megan Kent's going to have to play. JB might be out of position. And other people might have to step up. Akia Harris came off the bench and did very well for us in that second half. So just throwing kids in the fire and adjusting and being able to learn on the fly whenever things aren't looking like our traditional lineups or our traditional offense. And I think the kids, as we get longer and more into the season and then into OVC, will kind of continue to have that growth and maturity that comes with just playing games for our new and younger kids.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, Coach.